In this video, we're diving into Lumary's lineup of smart ceiling fans, especially their sleek smart ceiling fan light C1 right here. And we will also briefly compare this model with their bigger LCFL 52H1 ceiling fan. So if you're looking for a fan that does more than just spin the air, this one may surprise you. The C1 is a low-profile flush mount ceiling fan with multicolor RGB lighting and also advanced control options. It supports RGBAI lighting, letting you choose between warm to cold whites or also of course full color modes. It can deliver up to 5000 lumens of brightness when used in the white light mode. It is surprisingly bright and the motor is a DC brushless design, allowing for up to 6 different fan speeds and a super quiet operation. And it's really like a ninja because Lumary claims whisper quiet performance as low as -32 decibels. Incredible. And the control is flexible. You can use the Lumary app, voice assistants like Google or Amazon Alexa, and there is also an included remote that you can also wall mount that will work over 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi. And you also get features like scheduling, of course a memory function, for example it will restore prior settings after power cycles, and it can even do a music sync lighting, which means the light will change color to the beat or any sound for that matter. For comparison, this beast right here is a larger 52-inch variant with very strong airflow when you turn it to the max, RGB lighting as well, and we of course also have the app control, voice assistant, and all in all this is better suited for open rooms or if you want a tornado inside your small room. Yeah, and in this video I will show you how the C1 performs in real world use case scenarios. We will check out the brightness, the airflow, ease of use, as well as the setup, the control, responsiveness, and of course the aesthetics. So yeah, let's get started and let's find out if the Lumary C1 is a smart upgrade for your ceiling, especially if you have a small, cozy room like me. So yeah, looks and sounds amazing, right? But is it actually that good? Well, let's find out. New drip. Got the new drip from Lumary, their brand new ceiling fans. And by the way, if you're interested already, then check out the product links in the description. I will list and link the best deals for you. Yeah, now let's check it out. So here we have the boxes. Let there be smart on the top. We have the device on the front on both boxes. We have the name as well as all the small print and best specs. Well, best features, specs are here. We have this on the back. It's looking absolutely epic. And here all the small print as well as all the specs for the C1. Then we have this side and lastly the different color options. And here we have the best features right there. So let's open up these boxes. The C1 will simply slide out like that. Really nice. Right on. I'll put this on the table. The box is now empty. And now this one. Let's see what we get in here. So paperwork on top. All the mounting hardware right here. The actual lamp. Nice padding as well as a divider. Then we have the fan blades as well as all the components for putting it all together. So the base and then of course everything to actually mount it on the ceiling, and we will check it out when we put it all together. I will go for a quick assembly in a second, but first let's check out the C1 accessories. The fan looks so cute, I love it. And it also comes with these accessories. First of all the mounting hardware, screws and dowels, paperwork of course. So this little card right here, the user manual, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the last page, and there we go. And lastly, not to forget, we will also get a dedicated remote with a little wall mount. So we can slide it in somewhere on the wall, really neat. And that's it right here. Really great buttons, the 6 fan speeds and everything for controlling the light, scheduling it and all of that good stuff. We have the small print back here and it needs 2 AAA batteries. So to recap, the paperwork, the remote with the wall hook and all the screws and dowels for wall mounting it. Done with the unboxing. So let's get to my first impressions and then of course to a close overview. So check this out. It's all in one piece. For the assembly, we actually need to take out this bracket on the back, and we will take a closer look on the inside when we actually go for the setup. But as you can see, these are metal parts, so a high quality housing, really sturdy, and it's basically a large ring light looking really nice and a transparent fan, and it's super quiet. So yeah, let's take a close look. I really like these ring light aesthetics with the white as well as RGB strips. The fan looks really neat as well. It's just one seamless, spotless part, and we can also turn it like that. It's extremely smooth. There is no sound whatsoever. And again, back here, we can see that we can use up to 4 screws to mount it to the ceiling. And then with just 2 cables, we can power it up. And that's it. So very neat, compact design, very efficient, a small footprint. So yeah, I can't wait to actually set it all up and test it. Not bad, right? So let's also assemble this one. And then of course, move on to the setup, to the app, and then of course to a test for the C1. Quick parts overview before we get to it. We have the fan blades with this nice wood veneer. The other side is just black, and they will slide in here into the main base and screw on with 3 screws, and we have them right there. Talking about the main base, right here we have all the cables that will connect to the ceiling. This one for the light, and this is just the last part basically, and the cable is somewhere in here. The installation is also quite simple. That's the bracket for the ceiling. This will then connect to the base and then simply hook in here. It will slide in here. We will also get a different length, so we can exchange that for a shorter one. We have the LED driver right here, as well as the same nice remote. So let me briefly hook it all up, put it all together so that you can know what it will look like in its final form. And here we go. So again, the ceiling bracket, and then you can just hook it in here and it will turn freely just like that, and it will look like this when you look at it. A pretty large and great looking fan, and what I really like about it is that you can actually open it up right here, which makes the installation really easy. It's a great concept, clearly for much larger rooms, but again, it's great looking and mega value right there. And that's the room right here, super small and cute, and the fan fits perfectly because thanks to the small footprint we can even put it beside the already existing lamp. We wouldn't be able to do this with a large fan, but with this one we can simply put it right next to it. There is enough space to do it, or we could also place it more like right there so that we can cool both of these working stations. But regardless, all we have to do now is to loosen up these screws right here just a bit, because this way we can simply unhook the mount basically. So on 2 sides we actually have to screw them out all the way, right? And then with a little twist we can take it out, and we have the actual plate right here. Looks like that. And in here we have the driver, super large and powerful, and we just need to hook up these 2 cables and we're good to go. So let's go. Marking the spots, drilling the holes in with the dowel, screwing it tight and connecting the cable, and it's really as easy as that. Super quick, fast and simple setup. And we have a beautiful ceiling fan ready to go. So check this out, my dual light hybrid approach worked out perfectly fine. And now when I turn it on, look at that beautiful startup animation, but of course we only care for this light. So I will screw out this one and then I will show you all the modes. And I will start with the remote control. So 2 of those AAA batteries in here. Let's first of all ramp up the brightness all the way, and we also have a little red signal LED, and then right here we can turn off the light, and as you can see it's not just 0, 1, it's actually a really nice fade out and a rather quick but still nice fade in. We can select the color temperature with the Kelvin, so from a very warm white to a cooler white, just like that. So it's probably not visible on the camera since it will adjust to the different color temperatures, but right now it's true white. And also we actually have multiple layers of lights, so multiple rings. It's looking really beautiful. Now let's get to a bit of fun, those RGB modes. And as you can see, it's actually a dynamic ring light as well. So now it's going in circles with this rainbow fade, and we can restart it just like that. Well, actually that's a different, wow, that is so cool. So we have different RGB modes, and actually in real life it's looking a bit different than on the video. It's looking much better in real life. And now let's try this one right here, the RGB mode, and we can cycle through different colors. And also it's not a sudden shift, but as you can see, it's a nice fade through all those colors. And we can go down with the brightness, go very dim. So like this, it's a nice night light, or also go up with the brightness and again shift through all the colors. or go back to the pure white that we just selected with the Kelvin scale. Then right here we have a 1 hour and a 4 hour shutdown timer. And now right here, as you can see, with this we can switch back to the color. So we can, for example, choose the green. And with these two main buttons, we can go to the white or then to the green light back again, which we just selected. If you want to dim the light very quickly, we also have this night shortcut available. Oh, that's actually a separate one. That is incredible. So the tiny one in the middle, right there in the middle, that's actually the night light. And again, back to the main light and to the night light. Nice fade in, fade out. And that's of course a warm white light. You can see it especially when we switch around, but then the camera will make it look like true white, but in real life it's looking very pleasing to the eye. It's a warm white color. And now it is time to turn on the fan. So we have stage 1. It's a very nice breeze, but we can go very crazy with stage 6 as well. Now check that out. That's a lot of air movement. Even this one is now moving. Heavy airflow. And what's also really epic is the 2 different wind modes. So we can get a soft mode, which is basically steady, but with the natural mode, it will basically give it a bit of random speed ups and slow downs to simulate natural wind. So if you want the steady stream, then go with the soft, and if you want variation, you can go with the nature one. And not to forget, we also have a main power off button, so we can turn it off at any moment as well. So if you don't want to use the light switch, then you can also turn it off with the remote, or you can also use it as a regular lamp, dial it in once, and then you can use the light switch on the wall, turn it off, turn it on. It will remember the last lighting option. So if we go for the RGB one, and if we then turn it off and turn it on again, it will of course remember everything. And one super underrated feature is that you can also change the spin direction. So check this out. It will come to an end and then right now, boom, go into the other direction. So you can either move the air downwards, that's great for cooling yourself, or you can also move it upwards, that's great for circulating. So it's even great for winter times when you want to circulate the hot air inside of the room, get it evenly spread out. It's not only for summer. Not to forget, we also have an app, so let's check it out now. And the app is called Lumary. That's the publisher right here. There is only one app, you can't go wrong. So let's open it up, agree to all of that. And then we need to sign up. Agree here and then get the verification code. There we go. Set the password and there we go. This can be disabled, but it's fine with me. Now we need to give more permissions and we get a little tutorial right here. So we have the home dashboard, we have the scenes, we have the smart tab, and we have the account tab where we also have access to all the smart assistants. So right here on the home, we need to click on the plus and add a device. So let's give it more permissions. There we go. So we're searching for nearby devices. We can activate the pairing mode by pressing and holding the fan on off button for 5 seconds. And it's right there. Click on add and then log into the Wi-Fi. Now let's wait for the pairing. Here we can also see the actual name. We can change that up. Just C1, that's perfect and done. So now we have it right here on the dashboard. It's a separate tile. We have a quick command down here so we can dim it down in real time. Super accurate, well, super fast. Then we have the color temperature as well, from cool white to natural or neutral white all the way to a very warm white. Then we can also turn on the fan on and off through the app, and we also have a color switch right there, looking dope. And we can also completely turn it off right here and turn it on again. And then when we click on it right here, check that out. So what's really cool right here, we have this little energy saving shortcut right here. Here you can set up plans and go deep into the smart home stuff, but this would blow the scope of this video completely. So instead I will show you the control surface that you will get inside of the app. So right here, again, we have the color temperature switch as well as a few presets down here. We can also activate the night light just like that, handy to have. And we can also go for the color, for example, red, yellow, green, all those presets down here. And we can also dim it down or select any other brightness level for that matter. Select the brightness. When we do it, it will switch down immediately. And same when we do it on the upper one. And we can also turn off both, as you just saw. Turn this one on, or when we switch around, The other one will turn off automatically. Down here we have also the global on-off button again. And there is even more. So here we have all the dynamic effects, which is a ton, as you can see. So the app is definitely a nice must-have if you're into the animated dynamic stuff. So for example, holiday, you can set great moods, create any sorts of ambience, spring, fishing, there is a ton. Dreamland also sounds really cool, really nice. You can create DIY effects and the flow is also really smooth. So that's a high quality AI RGB strip in there. And as mentioned, through the app, we also have the music rhythm mode. This will go over the smartphone. So now when I talk, it will switch lights to the beat or to any other sound for that matter. So let's go back to the normal mode. Let's go back to the normal white mode. And we can also control the fan in 6 different speeds, just like with the remote, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When we play around here, it will also automatically activate it. But what's even better, we can also skip the hard-coded steps when we click here. Then we actually have a percentage. With this, we can go to 100%, which is basically stage 6, but we can go also to just 1%. And with this, it is extremely quiet. It's whispers, silent, you can't hear it. We have the 2 different wind modes, fresh and nature, right here as well. And we can change the spin direction. And if you don't want this beeping sound all the time, we can also mute it right there. Then you can do all those changes without any beeping sounds. We can always rename it up here. And lastly, check this out. We have a countdown right there, automatic shut off. Then we have a timer as well. So here we can create schedules. Then we also can switch up the gradient. Absolutely powerful controls. Really, it's unbelievable. We have the light strip line order. Check that out. You can even preview it in real time. That's what it will look like when you switch that around. Just awesome. Then we have the light strip length. So all of that can be configured. We have the power on behavior. We can even change that. We can restore the previous option. We can go for the initial or default mode, or we can also customize it. So when you change it to color mode and then turn it off, you can automatically start it up like this. And that's actually a very powerful option right there. So when I turn it to the color mode now, power it off with the actual light switch, boom, turn it on. It will now switch to the customized mode. Incredible. And lastly, we have the do not disturb mode right here. Read up, that's also really awesome. Check that out, just like that. We can activate a do not disturb mode. So the app is extremely powerful. And there is even more to this because this is actually a powerful smart home app as well. And we can even control it over Amazon Alexa or Google Assistant and much more. As you can see right here, the energy saving is also right there. You can get insights and tips. You even have an little AI buddy. So yeah, all in all, the C1 deserves a massive thumbs up from my side. Absolutely incredible. And here we go with the large fan, just to demonstrate this one briefly as well. The remote is very similar. We have the fan speed, so on 1, check that out. We'll get a nice breeze, it's very silent. Then we of course have the main light right there. We can change up the Kelvin from a warm, very warm white all the way to a very cold white. Well, first of all, neutral white and then very cold white. And here we can turn on the lights. We have RGB colors available. And of course, let me turn off the light as well so that we can only check out the fan. I will turn off this one and just show you the RGB options. So we have red, yellow, green, blue colors, and then that. And as well, when we turn it off, as you can see, when we turn it on and off, we also get that nice fade in. Same for the RGB, of course. Check that out, absolutely beautiful. And then we also have these dynamic effects. For example, this rainbow circle right there looks beautiful. It's the same as on the other one, these converging lights. And again, in the app, there are tons of presets available as well. We also have this jumping effect right there, or just a solid color. And also the night light looks like that. So from the white light, when we now turn on the light mode, well, the night mode, it will look like this. And when we click it again, we can turn it off. And we can even combine these two if need be. We have different wind modes. We can switch around the direction as well. Same capabilities, but of course, way larger airflow thanks to the large blades. So as you saw, mega value, but we still get excellent build quality as well as hardware with a really cool design in both cases. And all those features and capabilities for such an incredible price point. It is so much better than the competition in all regards, especially in this price segment. Top tier value right here. And goes to show that Lumary always brings value to the table with great looking devices and a top of the line ecosystem. And when it gets to the C1, I was impressed how well it balances lighting as well as the airflow. And the RGBAI lighting gives you great flexibility, pure white light when you need it, or all those vivid colors when you want ambience. Then the 5000 lumen brightness is nothing to sneeze at. The fan is super quiet, responsive, and the DC brushless motor keeps the power consumption at a minimum. The app, voice, and remote control, well, all those controls work seamlessly. And the features like the scheduling as well as the memory restore and music sync lighting are very nice touches that push this even beyond a smart fan. Well, a basic smart fan, these are advanced smart fans, and especially in tighter or rooms with a lower ceiling, the flush mount design for the C1 is a big plus. For the bigger one, we also have two different lengths, but this one is just super compact. It will fit anywhere. It's awesome. It is much less bulky than traditional fans while delivering great airflow nonetheless. So in short, if you want a smart and multifunctional ceiling fan that looks good, offers strong and great looking lighting, and gives you the modern control and flexibility, well then, especially the C1 is a very compelling pick, but of course both of them are definitely drippy. So check out the product links in the description if you're interested. I will list and link the best deals for you. But before you go, smash that like button, then subscribe, ring the bell and click all to never miss amazing tech magnet videos. That's it for this one, and show you then I will see you soon.